Hi, I'm Bill.
And I'm Jeff.
Hello. Well, everybody has been out partying all the weekend. We decided we wanted to fix our Pizzazz pizza oven, which while we were cooking a pizza last week, it decided to go and decided not to work anymore. So we want to take you through what we did to fix it.
Using the knowledge from Falbo's electronics class.
And Jeff will now tell you a little bit about how this pizza oven is supposed to work. Jeff?
Okay, normally you plug it in, put your pan there, and the thing starts rotating. Then you have a timer which will activate your heating elements. You can cook the crust or the toppings or both. And when the timer goes off, the heater cuts off. But normally while this thing's plugged in, the pan will continue to rotate. Well, the other day we were cooking a pizza and the whole thing just stopped. No heat, the thing wasn't turning, and when you remove the pan, there's obviously some kind of switch here that activates the whole oven. And so we thought, well, you know, the first thing that Falbo taught us was to check the power source. So we plugged another appliance into the same outlet. The appliance worked fine, so we knew our power source was good, so we knew our oven was bad.
At this point, most people would think this was now garbage and would dispose of it appropriately. However, because of being in Falbo's class, hi Mr. Falbo, we decided to try and fix it. We now have here our own motor, which we're going to use to help diagnose this problem, and a simple screwdriver. I'm going to have to turn this baby over because there are several screws. You can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 screws that need to be undone before we can remove the top and get to this metal piece here to figure out what might just be going wrong with this thing. So I'm going to unscrew these screws like so.
Okay, all the screws are unscrewed. We can now pull the top off. You see there's wires here. Pull those off. And remember which way they go. Okay, and I'll get the pliers because that one really doesn't want to turn loose. Okay, this is now disconnected. Now we can get into it a little more. Looks like there's more screws on top. We'll go ahead and undo those. And looks like this just pulls right off. And we can see what we have inside. Okay, now that we've got this apart, it actually looks simpler than what you might think. It's obvious right here there's some kind of gear that turns the pan that goes up to a motor here. And this, I don't know how well you can see it, but
Transformer.
it looks like a transformer that may reduce the power to the motor. But anyway, and then here we have a switch that looks like very similar to the Chinese robot arm It's a normally open switch, but what we were thinking the problem might be was this reset button. It's stiff, it doesn't seem to do anything. So Bill had the idea to use his meter, the same meter that he uses in class, and check continuity across this switch.
Okay, I'm going to test the continuity. It looks to me like we're getting a tone so that this is okay. The next thing we're going to do is there's a switch box here similar to what just described that we had on the little mini robot. So I'm going to test that with the read here. Read there, so no.
That's the normally open position. There's no wire coming from there, so it doesn't do anything when it's open. But when it's closed, we do get a tone. So we're assuming the switch is doing its job as well.
And so we know now that this, at least we know it's getting power, at least for this part of it.
Okay, so what else do we have in here that might be interesting? Well, this looks like it's right on the other side of this element. That may be some kind of fuse or sensor. Let's pop this out of here and see what this is.
Now, Jeff is going to pull back on this covering of some sort. It looks like it could have been a sensor or a fuse or some kind that could possibly be causing the problem, but we don't know at this point what this is. So we are still, Jeff is going to put the meter on continuity, and he's going to test to see if this could be a problem. And oh my,
There's no tone.
There's no tone. Isn't that amazing?
That must be the problem.
Yes, must be.
Okay, we've cut this thing out, and you can't really see the writing with this camera, but it said SE fuse, and then it said SF188E. Well, I googled that. Turns out this is a thermal fuse. At some certain temperature, in this case it was 192 degrees Celsius, this thing burns open to protect the appliance and probably prevent a fire. Well, this thing is a few years old and it's probably just gone bad, and well, guess what? At Radio Shack we found another one for $1.99. Okay, we've soldered our newly purchased Radio Shack thermal fuse onto the wires, and just to demonstrate, Bill's going to test continuity, and it is good.
Now that we have soldered this back in, we're going to put it back together and see if this thing doesn't work now.
Okay, we're just gonna screw this piece back on, and then we'll get to the top. Put our wires back on in the order of which they were pulled off. Okay, the bottom piece is being screwed back together. Okay, we've got this thing back together. We've applied power, which is 120 volts AC, 60 hertz.
And when I put this back on and this plug in, this should, if we get our drums right, start rotating. And voila! It's doing what now it is supposed to do. If I turn this on, we should see heat on the bottom of it. And I do feel heat.
Well, anyway, the point is, it is now working, whereas before it was not. This probably would have cost $50 or $60 to replace. We fixed it for $1.99 from Radio Shack, and with the knowledge that we've learned from Falbo's electronics class.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Bill.
And I'm Jeff.
Hello. Well, everybody has been out partying all the weekend. We decided we wanted to fix our Pizzazz pizza oven, which while we were cooking a pizza last week, it decided to go and decided not to work anymore. So we want to take you through what we did to fix it.
Using the knowledge from Falbo's electronics class.
And Jeff will now tell you a little bit about how this pizza oven is supposed to work. Jeff?
Okay, normally you plug it in, put your pan there, and the thing starts rotating. Then you have